In a world that moves faster every single day, filled with noise, pressure, and constant change, there is something quietly working for us, something that never asks for anything in return. It doesn't speak, it doesn't demand attention, and yet it supports our lives with every breath we take. That something is the plants and trees that cover our earth. Even though they stand silently, they are the foundation of life, the protectors of our air, our water, our soil, and even our emotional well-being. This is why we must grow more plants, plant more trees, and protect the green life that protects us. Every time you inhale, you fill your lungs with oxygen, oxygen that plants have created for you. Without trees and plants, there is no fresh air, no life, no tomorrow. The invisible air around us seems empty, but inside it is the power of life itself. And behind that power is the quiet work of millions of leaves turning sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide into oxygen that keeps us alive. Imagine a future where this natural system weakens, where forests shrink, and where breathable air becomes rare. The thought alone is enough to show why planting more trees today is not just a choice, it is a responsibility. Now, look around at our cities, roads filled with vehicles, factories releasing smoke, and buildings blocking the natural breeze. In these places, pollution becomes a silent enemy. A single tree may seem small compared to the scale of a city, but its impact is huge. Trees absorb toxic gases, trap dust, reduce harmful particles like PM2.5, and release fresh oxygen in return. They work as giant natural air purifiers, purifiers that never stop working, never need electricity, and never send us a bill. If every house planted even one tree, the entire city would breathe easier. The streets would be cooler, the air cleaner, and the people healthier. Plants do something else that is incredibly important, they cool down our planet. When heat from the sun strikes the concrete roads and metal buildings, it is trapped, turning cities into heat islands. But when sunlight touches the leaves of a tree, the plant absorbs the heat, uses it for growth, and releases cool moisture into the air. The temperature drops instantly. You can feel it when you step out from an open road into a street lined with trees. The air becomes softer, cooler, and more comfortable. This cooling effect is one of our greatest weapons against global warming, and the only way to strengthen it is by planting more trees. Plants also protect the soil we walk on. Without roots, heavy rain would wash away the land, destroying farms, damaging houses, and causing landslides. But roots act like natural anchors. They hold the earth together, they store water deep underground, and they keep rivers and lakes healthy. When we lose plants, we lose our land. But when we grow more plants, we protect our homes, our food sources, and our future. Speaking of food, every meal we eat, every fruit, every vegetable, every grain, all originate from plants. Even meat indirectly depends on plants, because animals eat plants to grow. If we stop planting, our food supply will shrink. Prices will rise, hunger will spread, and communities will suffer. But by growing more plants, we secure stable food for our families, our communities, and for the next generation. A small seed today becomes a source of nutrition tomorrow. And plants do something very special for our hearts and minds. Science proves that just looking at greenery reduces stress, calms anxiety, and refreshes the brain. When we walk through a garden or sit under a tree, the peace we feel is real. The color green is nature's therapy. It helps us heal mentally and emotionally. A world with more plants is not just healthier, it is happier. Plants are also the homes of millions of animals around the world. Birds, butterflies, insects, squirrels, and countless small creatures depend on trees for shelter, food, and safety. When trees are cut, animals lose their homes. When forests disappear, entire species vanish forever. By planting new trees, we give back the homes they have lost. We create balance again, we protect nature, and in turn, nature protects us. Even the economy of a country benefits from green spaces. More trees mean better tourism, healthier citizens, cleaner cities, and stronger farming. They create jobs for farmers, gardeners, workers, and entire industries. When we grow plants, we are not only helping the earth, we are helping our own communities thrive. But beyond all science, beyond all benefits, there is something deeper, something emotional. Whenever we plant a tree, we plant hope. We plant a future. We plant a promise that the world we leave behind will be better than the one we found. A single tree might look small today, but in 10 years it becomes a shade for a tired traveler, a home for a bird, a source of oxygen for a child, and a gift from us to the earth. If every person planted just one tree, the world would change dramatically. Climate change would slow down. Air pollution would drop. Animals would return. Rainfall patterns would improve. And the earth would begin to heal. All of this from a single act, a simple act of planting. You don't need a big garden to start. A small plant in a pot, a tiny sapling outside your door, a fruit tree in your backyard, everything counts. Every seed matters. Every leaf matters. Every effort matters. Growth begins small, but its impact grows endlessly. Think of the next generation. Think of the children who will inherit this planet. What kind of world do we want to give them? A world filled with pollution, heat, and dying forests? Or a world blooming with life, color, freshness, and green beauty? The answer is clear. The time to act is now, not tomorrow, not someday. Now. The world is losing trees faster than ever before. Forests are burning, lands are drying, and ecosystems are collapsing. But we still have the power to reverse the damage. Plants are resilient. Nature recovers when we give it even a small chance. Planting more trees means giving nature that chance. Imagine a world where every street has shade, where every home has at least one plant, where schools teach children to plant seeds, where communities grow gardens together. Imagine how peaceful, clean, and beautiful that world would be. This world is possible, if we begin today. Plants ask for so little: water, sunlight, and a bit of care. Yet in return, they give us everything: air to breathe, food to eat, medicine to heal, shade to rest, beauty to admire, and life to live. No other living thing gives us so much for so little. This is why we must grow more plants. For the planet, for ourselves, for our families, for the countless species that share this earth with us, and for the generations that will come long after we are gone. Every plant you grow becomes a symbol of life. Every tree you plant becomes a legacy. And every green space you create becomes a message of love to the earth, a message that says, we care. We are listening. We are ready to protect you. So start today. Plant something small. Watch it grow. Let it change your surroundings. Let it remind you that even the smallest actions can reshape the world. A greener world begins with you, with your hands, your heart, and your willingness to give something back to nature. Because the earth has been giving to us since the beginning of time. And now, it is our turn to give back, one plant, one tree, one seed at a time.